If you are just casually curious about astrology, this might disappoint you. Because astrology is not for people who want to scroll, smile, and move on. It's not built for entertainment, it's built for responsibility. And if you approach it like casual content, it will either confuse you or mislead you. Let's start with something uncomfortable. Curiosity is a beautiful beginning, but in astrology, curiosity alone is not enough. Why? Because astrology is not trivial. It's not which planet rules what, which sign is compatible with which transit brings luck. That's surface level engagement. Astrology in its real form is pattern decoding across life cycles. And decoding requires commitment. You must understand that there is a problem with casual browsing. When people browse astrology casually, they jump from one topic to another, collect random facts, watch short videos. They form quick conclusions. It feels productive, but nothing integrates. Astrology is layered. A single placement cannot be understood without house context, cannot be understood without planetary strength, aspects, dasha timing, divisional support. Casual browsing isolates pieces. Serious study connects systems. Without connection, knowledge fragments, and fragmented knowledge creates a false confidence. Ask yourself honestly, are you here to explore lightly or to understand deeply? If you are ready to go beyond surface curiosity, comment ready for depth. Because awareness of your intention changes your path. Astrology requires patience to analyze contradictions. It requires humility to accept uncertainty, discipline to study foundations, and it requires maturity to avoid dramatic conclusions. Curious browsing avoids effort. It prefers quick answers. But astrology rarely gives quick clarity. It gives structured complexity. If you are not willing to sit with complexity, you will reduce astrology to stereotypes. And stereotypes are dangerous because people make decisions based on them. If you remain a curious browser, you will know many terms, recognize common placements, you will share social media astrology posts, you will feel temporarily informed, but you won't confidently analyze the full chart. You won't be able to understand timing deeply and interpret strength variations. Make responsible conclusions. You will not be able to do that. Over time, frustration builds. You will think astrology is inconsistent. But the inconsistency is not in astrology, it's in the learning approach. If you want structured clarity, not scattered information, subscribe to this channel. Because here we don't treat astrology like entertainment, we treat it like a system. And systems require seriousness. Astrology influences real decisions like marriage, career shifts, financial risks, relocation, health timing. If your knowledge is shallow, your advice becomes risky. And even for personal use, shallow understanding creates anxiety. You will overreact to every transit. You will panic at every difficult dasha. You will blame planets for normal life challenges. Because browsing never built interpretive maturity. Only structured learning does that. There is a difference between curiosity and commitment. Curiosity says, this is interesting. Commitment says, I will master this responsibly. Curiosity consumes, commitment builds. Curiosity jumps, commitment stays. Astrology rewards the second. It overwhelms the first. If you feel ready to shift from browsing to building, explore our structured astrology programs. They are designed for serious learners who want sequential foundation, case-based application, interpretive depth, ethical clarity. The link is below, but only click if you are prepared to commit, because structure only works when the learner is serious. There is another subtle issue. Casual browsing can create premature confidence. You will know enough to sound informed, but not enough to handle complexity. That gap is dangerous because you may give incomplete advice. You may misjudge the timing, oversimplify serious issues. Astrology is powerful, but half serious engagement weakens its integrity. There comes a moment when every learner must decide, am I a spectator or am I a student? Spectators watch astrology, students practice it. Spectators debate placements, students analyze patterns. Spectators seek validation, students seek clarity. The transition requires intention. If this video challenged your approach, that's a good sign. Growth begins when curiosity becomes commitment. Share this with someone who treats astrology as scrolling content. And if you are ready to move beyond casual interest, make the decision today. Because astrology is not for curious browsers, it is for disciplined learners. And disciplined learners eventually become responsible interpreters. Astrology is not harsh, but it is demanding. If you approach it lightly, it will remain shallow. If you approach it seriously, it will transform your thinking. The question is simple: are you browsing or are you building?